Hello everyone, good morning, good evening. Welcome to Cloud and DevOps Batch 58. So before I start the session, I just want to give a quick recap on what's being covered in the previous session. Yesterday, this is what we have covered. We created a server one more time by using the keys, and we also understood what is an instance type in AWS. I also told you what are the factors that determine the type of instance to be selected, what is billing in AWS, how Amazon is going to charge you for the billing, what is a launch template, and how can you get 90% discount on AWS by using Spot is also something we discussed. Okay. And also when someone asks you, hey, go ahead and create a server, it's not like something you are going to proceed and be going to create a server. No, it's not like how it's going to work. So you are going to create an instance by asking a lot of questions, by asking a lot of questions. What are those questions that you are going to ask? So you're going to ask, what type of application are you planning to host? What are the expected CPU, memory, disk on this VM? How long are you planning to run? And are you planning to run continuously for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years? Ensure your billing account. Okay. Ensure you make sure using the AWS billing calculator, see how much information, how much billing it's going to get, and get that approved. Okay. Typically, when your company signs up with AWS, they offers you some discount, saying that if you use this region and if you use this type of instances, we are going to offer you the discount. And also, I got $120 bill last time. What I did was I raised a request with AWS requesting them for a waiver. Now I would like to show you what was the response they have given. Before I proceed, anyone has any question? Also, just a request, a lot of people yesterday have confirmed their enrollment. I really thank you very much for believing in us. Okay, and most of you who has confirmed their enrollment, you would have received an onboarding email from me. Okay, if you have received an onboarding email from me, this is how you would get an email. Okay, so starters email, you would have got it. So this contains the list of all the details that are needed to attend the sessions from Monday. So today is the last session as a part of the free trial. From Monday, sessions are going to be private, and whatever the meeting link that you are going to join is also something that is going to be enclosed here. And what is the project that we are going to implement? Student project, e-commerce project, all these projects are going to be enclosed in this project. And going forward, sessions are going to be private. And at the same time, the meeting link is also going to be changed. Only for the participants who has confirmed their enrollment or interested to continue would be receiving it. In case if you have confirmed their enrollment and if you haven't received this email, please requesting you to reach me back. In case if you have already made the payment, if you haven't received an email, just do message me. We're gonna help you out. Okay, that's a quick reminder I would like to make. All right. So yeah, no session tomorrow, right? Yes, Venu. Sessions are Monday to Friday. If you're joining from States, Sunday to Thursday. All right, let's get started. Okay. Now I have requested Amazon saying that I got a lot of billing and I'll see. I have asked them diplomatically. Let's see how they're gonna respond me. All right, come here. So in the top right corner, there is a question mark. Select the question mark, go to the support center. Okay, so here are your support cases and need helping with billing. Select this. Now, greetings. I understood you are looking to waive off the bill for the month of June, which was issued on 7. Upon reviewing your account, I found there is one more bill of May, which is in the pending state. For our service team to consider possible billing for the month of June, I kindly advise you to clear the payment. Okay, okay. As your account is also at the risk of suspension, you can clear your May month bill from here. Once you have cleared your pending dues for the month of May, you can reach out to us regarding the June waiver off, and we'll certainly reach out to our service team for the possible waiver for the month of June. Also, please note that if you still want to use services, kindly acknowledge that you will be liable for all the future charges. Okay. So what they're asking is, I got some bill so for some X amount for the month of May. They are saying if you clear the month of May bill, we'll give you some offer. So what was the billing that I have? If you look at this, I have almost 10,000 bill for the month of May. If I clear it, I might get this billing offer. Okay, so so that I'll ask them to provide me the possible waiver. All right, that's it. Now I need to pay. If not, my account is going to go for a suspension. So I'm going to do the payment right after the session. Right? This is what it is. Now, today's session, I will keep things very, very simple. Okay. AWS EC2 instance types with respect to billing. Okay. So with respect to the billing, okay, it goes by pay as you go model, right? That means you are responsible for the amount that you are being used. Now, in the type of instance type, there are multiple varieties of instance type. So one of the instance type is on-demand instance type. That means you don't know how long you are going to use, and you are just going to create it, and you're gonna run it, and you'll just be paying for whenever you are going to use, and whenever you don't want it, you're gonna turn it off. That means you're gonna pay only for what you have used. Okay, and pay for what you use. Okay, pay for what you have used. And second thing, reserved instance. That means you're gonna give a commitment with Amazon that I'm going to use this instance for the next 1 year or next 3 years. Based on that, Amazon gives you a lot of discount. Yesterday I shown you, you get almost 60% of the discount. Okay, commitment. But when you commit Amazon saying that I'm gonna pay for the next, I'm gonna ready to sign up for saying that this pitcher machine, I would like to use it for the next 1 year or 3 years, Amazon is going to give you some discount, which is very, very handsome discount. In companies, your company will be signing up with your Amazon account manager saying that we are interested about this. Okay, but in training we don't go with this because we cannot commit. During the training, I'll create the instances and delete the instances on demand basis. Okay, so I cannot afford this. But it's just like taking a lease or taking a rent for a flat in an apartment. Whether you stay there or not, the landlord is least bothered because he gave you a commitment. You gave them a commitment that you're going to stay. You just need to pay for what you have been committed. All right. Next is spot instance. Okay, so this is the important point that I am interested to talk. You almost get up to 90% discount. Is it really possible? Let me talk about it. Okay. Uh, for example, okay. So are you clear? Um, okay. What are the instances that we are creating are on-demand instances? How do I come to know? You come here and I would like to launch an instance. Come here. I'm gonna launch an instance and I'm gonna say launch an instance. And I'm interested about Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. Okay. Learning rel 9. All right. Just select this. It gives you Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9 and scroll down and then select the keypad as B58. That's all. Just launch the instance. Also ensure you select the GP3. If you select GP2 also it works, but GP2 is the second generation hardware. Always prefer to go by third generation hardware. But who determines the size of the disk that you have to use? Okay. The default size is based on the size of the AMI. If you create a Windows-based machine, the size of the boot disk 30 GB or 50 GB. So the minimum, what is the size that you have to use is something that it is going to take care, but a minimum 10 GB or the size of the MI. But you can also go up to 100 GB, 2 TB, 3 TB, or 4 TB. It depends on what you want. Okay, not just the boot volume. Boot volume is nothing but the volume where your operating system is installed. You can also create one more disk, okay, where your other disk can also be placed. All right, let me try to show you that. Okay, so I would like to launch an instance. Whatever the instance that you are launching right now is called an on-demand instance. It's called an on-demand instance. When I join any company, how do I come to know whether do I have any capacity reservations or not? Okay, so you can come here and if you look at this reserved instance, this is also another thing that I would like to talk, capacity reservation. Okay, this is something I'd like to talk. Okay, This is also extensively used option, not in training, but in real time. Okay, capacity reservation. Let me talk about it. Okay, used to reserve the mentioned service for you during peak time. This is a very important thing, which a lot of companies, particularly if you are an e-commerce based company, you would be using it. Okay, so yeah, let me show you that. All right, now what I would like to do is, now, for example, you come here, and if you look at, I'll talk about this capacity reservations later, but let me talk about the savings plan or reserved instances. Come here, and you can talk to Amazon. How can I get a reserved instances? Again, I'm telling, if you reserve an instance, saying by giving a commitment that you are going to use it for the next 1 year or 3 years, there is no 2 years option. If you give a commitment to Amazon, Amazon is going to offer you some very nice discount. Very nice discount. I would like to do is I would like to purchase. But in that case, whether you use the instance, that means whether the server is in the start state or in the stop date, you are liable for it. Okay. Now what I would like to do is I would like to launch some nice instance. I would like to purchase it. T2.large. Okay. And if you scroll down, okay, scroll down. It says you do not have items in your cart. Search for it. Okay, how many years you want? Okay, I want it for 36 months and normalized units per hour. Okay, so this is what I want, 36 months. This is the instance that I'm interested about. Select this. Okay, you selected it. Now view the cart. Now, if you are ready to pay all of them upfront, that means two T2 large machines, okay, you are ready to pay upfront right now for the two quantity, whether you turn them on or off, even if you delete the instance, they don't care. You still responsible for the payment because you already paid. Okay, so if you want to see whether you have any reserved instances in your company or not, this is the place that you can see. Then what is the savings plan? What is this savings plan? This is by instance. Okay, reserved instances are like I would like to use T3 micro or I would like to use C3 dot large. Then only you to that instance you can use. But typically in your companies they would go by the savings plan. We cannot use this, but what they are going to do is your company manager will say you, hey, we took 300 CPUs and 1 TB of memory from Amazon in North Virginia in zone 1A, zone 1B, zone 1C. If any one of you want to use instances, please use zone 1A or zone 1B or zone 1C. That means irrespective of the instance type, okay, you get a discount based on the number of CPU. That is also one thing you can do. Okay, so your companies typically go by the savings plan. All right. Now the next thing is spot requests. Next thing is spot requests. So let's go to AWS billing calculator. If anyone has any, these are very important, very important. Again, I do not directly go and teach you just the technology because right now, you know, the market is tough. So if you want to prove that you really worked, you need to know all these things. Okay. I'll show you with a T3 medium instance. Okay. So I would like to go with a region called as a North Virginia. Configure. Okay. Now all the way down, T3 medium. Or let's go by T3 dot large. Okay. 2 CPUs and 8 gigs of memory. I'm okay with that. Okay. And if you go by say reserved instance, okay, EC2 savings plan, which is nothing but a reservation. Get deeper insights. You only need to know the instance family and region, but I would like to go with Okay, reserved instance. So I'm ready to pay upfront. And what is the amount that you are getting? Not compute. I just want to go with EC2. So EC2 is only for the server. Okay. So what is the bill that you're getting? $26 per month, right? So if you go by on demand, okay, if you go by on demand, $60 per hour, right? On demand. $60 per month. Okay, if you go by 36, what is the price? For example, if you go by calculator, into 36, which is nothing but 2186. Okay, that's for 3 years, $2186. All right. So like if you go by reserved instance, okay. So if you go by reserved instance, it's just gonna cost you $26 per month. Okay, but if you come here and if you say into 36, $936. See, you are almost getting 66% discount, guys. It is very huge. Sometimes Amazon even runs some discounts. Okay, if you commit today, we're gonna give you some discounts. Okay, because if Amazon gives you more discount, okay, you use more. For example, you can run the same workload on your on-prem as well. If Amazon gives you starting discount, you can use more, right? Okay, that's the main agenda. But if I go by spot, let me tell you how much it costs you. Okay, so spot, go to the spot, go to, okay, in the EC2, go to the pricing history. I'm interested about T3.large, right? T3.large in any zone, T3.large. It's going to show you the history. Okay, there is no specific price for it. It goes by history. And if you look at this, it's just costing you 0.G352 per hour. 0.G352, 0.0352 per hour into 24. This much into 30. How much? It's just $25 per month, right? T3 is 20, but how much the price it was showing? Can you see this? What is the earlier you're getting $60, now it's $26, but spot instance you can terminate anytime. For example, you just need to use the server for some X amount. Okay, you get huge discount. Okay, so maybe you can also share the instance, not this. Okay, 0.0386, and spot instances are not meant to run for years. Okay, so let me tell you, if the on-demand instance price is 0.0832, but if you go with on demand, if you go with the spot, this is the pricing. You might think there is very less partial difference, right? Then why do I need to use? This is not really partial. You almost see 78, 75% discount. How? Let me show you that. Okay, when to use spot? Excuse me. Sorry. Pros and cons of using spot. Okay, spot is a gold mine, by the way. Okay, let me tell you, spot instances. Okay, if someone is giving you some exponential discount, definitely there are some pros and cons. Okay, it's all about takeaways. Okay, what you want versus what you can afford. Okay, so spot instances are not meant for mission critical or prod workloads. Keep this point in mind. Okay, AWS offers up to 90% discount on spot. Okay. Okay. AWS offers up to 95 discount. How? Let me tell you that. Okay. AWS can terminate your instance at any time with or without notice. This is very important. I'll also tell you why. Okay. You cannot run any spot instance for more than 24 hours. Okay. These are the things. Then how can I use? So in my company, okay, so the places where people are working in very big companies, they extensively use Spot. Okay, why? Let me tell you how Amazon is giving you that much huge discounts. How? Let's assume this is a data center. Let's assume this is a data center. Okay, Amazon has huge customers. Okay, I'm gonna use a lot of colors. I take somewhat time to draw the pictures because if you see or listen things carefully, visually, you can memorize them for a longer time. That's what I believe. Okay, let's assume this is Amazon data center. Okay, okay. So let's assume you have a lot of customers. Let's assume you have a lot of customers and assume customers like A, B, C, D, E, F. Lot of customers we have. And out of these, okay, all of them are reserved customers, okay, or on-demand customers. That means there are customers who already took the hardware, saying that we are going to use it for the next 3 years. That means Amazon has i- admitted that they are going to give you the discount. That means whether you use it or not, you need to pay. That means if you're not using it, a lot of infrastructure would be left idle, right? Also, let's assume you have 6 customers who are ready to use more, but right now they are consuming only 30% of the workloads. The rest of the 70% of the data center is left. Now, what Amazon did is there are a lot of low paying customers, right? What Amazon came up with is so whenever these instances were left, okay, what people can do is customers, low paying customers like X, Y, Z, D, U, V. Okay, let's assume these are the low paying customers. Okay, what Amazon said is, okay, our infrastructure is left. If anyone wants, you can use it. Okay, Amazon is going to give it for you a very cheap discount. But D, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, these are the low paying customers, but A, B, C, D, F are high paying customers. But these have given commitment, but they are not using it because of any reason. All of a sudden, if customer C or customer D comes up, says that I want, if they placed a request with 500 servers, Amazon has to deprovision all the requests that are provisioned to these guys. Okay, and that's the reason whenever you use Spot, okay, it has to go by bidding. For example, if there are 10 instances that are left for Spot and you want the instance or I want the instance, a lot of people wants the instance for 90% discount, and that's the reason it always goes for bidding. Okay, so for example, okay, there is also a concept called as a capacity reservation. Okay, so for example, you're working for an e-commerce company like Flipkart. Okay, so Flipkart is 100% running on Azure. Let's assume Mintra runs on AWS as far as I know. Okay, and all these guys, okay, they know that they are going to need huge infrastructure during the months of August, where you're going to have in Great India sale, and during the month of December you'll be having a Christmas sale. So during that time, if Mintra, Flipkart and all of these guys, if they want more servers, sometimes Amazon end of the day is also a data center, right? Amazon cannot say, hey, we have capacity restrictions, we cannot entertain the service. They cannot say that, right? And you are going to lose a business. Typically Christmas is a big sale for everyone, and everyone waits for Christmas because they run sales, and 80% of business happens during the time, and that's the reason everyone wants to make money during that time. And during that time, as a part of the request, and if you say I would like these many servers, and you cannot say we cannot provision them, you cannot say that, right? So what these guys are going to do is they are going to place a request called as a capacity reservation. What does this mean is you are going to tell Amazon, okay, so create on-demand capacity reservation or purchase capacity blocks for ML. So you can say, I would like to get started, and you can buy, I want these many instances from the month of December 1st to December 30th, we will be using 500 instances. That means whether you use them or not, it really doesn't matter, right? Capacity start, okay, and when. So the moment you place the request till when you want to place the request, you can also do that. Once you mention that at any cost, Amazon has to give you. That means Amazon will stop giving reserved instances for any customers. Instead, they are going to reserve for customers who have placed the capacity reservation. That means you reserved this, whether you use it or not secondary, but whether you use it or not, you're going to pay for that 1 month. Okay, during that time, if none of these guys are using, so Amazon comes to know that a lot of instances are left over, these guys can place a request. But when any of these capacity reservation guys or any of the requests or any of the high paying customers like on demand or reservations or spot reservations, if they place a request and if Amazon experiences the capacity, immediately they terminate the request of the spot workloads. And that's the reason I told these are not meant for the mission critical workloads. Okay, but still you can use it. Okay, so Spot by NetApp, spot.io. There is a company which recently came, which is acquired by NetApp. Their main business is, you know what that does? Okay, so they buy the leftover capacity from all the big companies, and you can even take Spot from them. Okay, rather than Amazon selling it to you, the Spot company, the company name Spot, they are going to buy the needed thing from Amazon, and they're going to give it for you. Okay, that's what they are saying, cloud operations agent, all these things. All right, but again, there's a different story. But Spot instances are not meant for mission critical operations. Okay, and that is because Amazon can terminate at any point of time. Spot is typically meant for, they are meant for non-critical batch or test workloads. Okay. Okay, the company where we are working on, they don't offer jobs to people directly, okay, and directly just by taking interview for interns, okay, typically. So what they do is they offer internship opportunity for every year 30, 40, 50 college students, and out of that, they roll out offers for 10 to 15 people, so that we always get the best candidates. Okay. Now, for example, for all these 50 interns for the next 9 months, where we have 6 months, where we have given the internship, okay, where we have given the internship for their learning needs and for their testing purpose, I would like to give them a machine whenever they want to learn something, whenever they want to practice something, they can use. But if I give them on-demand instance, I need to pay, for example, 100 rupees per day. For 90 days, I need to pay 9,000. But I don't care even if those machines are terminated because of any reason, because they are not doing any business of critical. Okay. So that time I can grant these 50 instances in the form of spot so that I'll be saved a lot, right? That's the main agenda behind it. And also spot is also used in production using 60/40 principle. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, you can also tell in your interview that I have suggested an approach that have saved 40-50% of the billing to the company. How? How? Let's assume, okay, maybe we can take the similar example. Okay, assume this as a company. Okay, assume it like an e-commerce company. Okay, in this e-commerce company, okay, I need some applications. Okay, let's assume you need a lot of servers. Okay, so for example, you would need cart. I need carts. Okay, cart. Okay, cart. Payment. Pay and rating. Okay, let's assume this, and out of this, things that are in green color are okay. Green color are on-demand instance. All right, and rest of the cart, pay, rating, put it in red color. They are on-demand instance. Okay, so green reserved instance. Let's say on-demand instance or reserved, anything, and these are spot instances. And out of these nine servers, 3 servers are spot. That means I have 3 cart applications, right? I have 3 cart applications. I have so where is my cart? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pay ratings. Where is the other cart? I have 1, 2, 3 pays. Yeah. Okay, this way you total have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 machines. Out of these 10 machines, and if you look, 4 machines are spot. Okay, so now I told you Amazon with notice or without notice can terminate any of your spot instances at any time. Let's assume Amazon has terminated some of the spot instances because of Amazon is experiencing the capacity issues, so you lose these instances, okay, for some amount of time, like 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hour. So even though you lose them, still your application will work seamlessly. Cart, pay, rating. Now this is called as a 60-40 principle or 70-30 principle, where 70% of the workloads are on demand or reserved, and rest of the 30 to 40% of the instances are called as a spot instance. So this way you can directly save 30 to 40% of the billing to 90% of the discount. Okay, this is one of the most commonly used strategy. Not just we are doing on pictures. In training, we are going to build a project with 11 servers. Even there, we are going to build the infrastructure keeping those demands in mind. All right. Now let me try to show you how to create a spot. I could see Sambi Mallela has Sambi. Yeah, go ahead. Please raise your hand. Please post your question if you have any.
Manu,
Hey, hi. Please tell me.
when you're taking away the spot instances from the deployed applications,
Mhm.
see, assuming that you have very good workloads, right?
That's a good
It's like
question.
60% utilization. When you're removing these, it will hit the over-utilization, right?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I think Sambi has asked a very good question. So the question is, if you have 100 requests, 33 requests are on this cart and 33 requests are in this heart and 33 requests are in this heart, and what if immediately you lose the server? Rest of these two servers will be facing a load, right? Is that what your question,
Yes,
Sambi?
Manu. Yes,
So
Manu.
we are going to use a concept called as auto scaling. Okay. So using this concept, we can maintain a minimum at any time. So because of any reason, if you lose this server, autoscaler automatically creates one more server. Now you can ask me, if it creates one more server, who is going to configure the application? We are going to write automation for that. Create a server, get the automation. Make sense? Clear?
Yeah, got it.
That's a very good question. Thanks for that. There is also another question. What is ML incapacity reservation? So ML stands for machine learning, just like your AI workloads. Okay, there are some separate workloads that are created for ML. It's a machine type. So for those type of learning, you can also reserve. How clustering is possible between on-demand and spot instances? I don't know what cluster you're referring. If you're referring to Kubernetes cluster, we are using a concept called as a node pool and node group, where one of the node pool is of type reserved and another node pool is of type spot, okay, which is also called as the offer mill nodes. All right, Sumit, answers your question. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly create a spot instance. Okay, come here and select an instance. Now this time I will be, as I mentioned, everyone when placing a spot, it goes to a bidding request, because you want spot, I want spot, everyone spot, right? So Amazon tells the basic bare price is this. If anyone wants, they can quote the price they want. Okay, learning Redline spot. Just say need Red Hat. Okay, another important point I want to talk, till 2022 or 23, there was no concept of stop. Okay, this is another point. A lot of people still not aware of this. Okay, you cannot, earlier spot instances were not having an option to stop. From 2022, we also got an option to start, to stop and start. Okay, if an interview if some guy who was not updated on this, if you try to check your knowledge, saying that can you stop a spot instance or not, don't just say you can. Till 2020-22, the option of stopping a spot instances was not there, but from 2 years, Amazon has introduced that option. I asked this question a lot of people in the interview, they still say you cannot stop an instance. So let me show you all these aspects. Okay. All right. Since I'm also a working guy, I know the most of the aspects that happens in the industry. So I'll try to keep things as close to the reality. Okay, including the updated. I would like to connect using the B58 key pair. Scroll down, and in the advanced sections at the bottom, there is an option called as advanced details. Select this. Okay, scroll down, and there is an option called as a spot. Okay, spot. Select the spot instance. The moment you select the spot instance, there is an option called as a customize spot instance option. Select that option. There is an option, what is the type of request? You need to select the request as persistent request. Okay, so if you want to know more about what is info and all, you can select specify persistent request so that the interrupted spot instance are requested again. That means I am telling you, right, Amazon can terminate your request at any time. Okay, when Amazon terminates your request, when Amazon terminates your, okay, typically this is how your spot works. Okay, you are not creating a spot server. Okay, so you are going to place a request. So what you are doing is you are placing a spot request, and if the request is fulfilled, server will be provisioned. Okay, so that's the reason for spot servers, if they are persistent, if AWS or you accidentally deletes that, one more instance would be created automatically. Okay, a lot of people will come back to me, hey Mano, looks like my account was hacked. I am deleting the server. Someone is creating automatically. No, it's not anyone. So if it is a one-time request, that pattern won't be observed. Okay, because I already told you, Spot is also getting matured. Okay, so if the request is of one time, if Amazon terminates the instance, if you do not specify the request uses the launch time in the template, if the launch time does not specify, it defaults to one time. That means if Amazon or you terminates, the server won't be coming up automatically. Okay, persistent requests are only supported when interruption behavior is set to either hibernate or stop. All right, this is one point I want to talk. Sumit, you want to talk anything?
Yes, Manoj. So my question is, suppose we have on-demand instance and spot instances together, right? How they communicate?
I'll ask you the same question. How on-demand instance and other on-demand instance are communicating with each other?
Yeah, that I also don't know.
That's a simple thing. It's a fundamental networking. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
Okay, that will come, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Networking,
And
without networking, we cannot sustain. Trust me. And I'm
exactly,
gonna
exactly.
teach. Don't worry on it.
And one more question. You
Mhm.
said means in spot instances, if someone deleted by mistake, then it will be
We'll
created,
we'll see
right?
that.
So how the
Let's
data?
we'll go there.
Okay,
We'll go there.
okay, fine.
Okay. We'll go there. Please allow me for a minute. I'll get all these points addressed. Okay. Clear, Sumit? Allow me for a minute on this point. I'll get that clarified. So here I'm gonna select the instance type as persistent. That means if Amazon terminates the server or you terminate the server, you lose the data, but the server will be created one more time automatically. But if you select the instance type as one time, Okay, when Amazon or you terminates the server, it will be gone forever. Okay, that's the reason we are going to go with the persistent, but it's going to cost you a little expensive when compared to the one time. All right. Now you can also set your maximum price. Okay. So for example, you know that Amazon is charging you $0.005 per hour. Okay. But you want the instance at any cost. You can say, I would like to pay extra 0.009. Okay. That means you're paying more in the bidding. Okay. But I don't want to go with the maximum price. So whatever the best price that Amazon can offer, let's offer it. All right. And the interruption behavior, this is also very, very important. When an interruption happens, what Amazon has to do, stop, terminate, or hibernate. Stop is the right option. So what exactly does this mean? So the behavior when a spot instance is interrupted, as I mentioned, because of any reason, if Amazon experiences any capacity issues or anything, for persistent request, you can either mention stop or hibernate. Hibernate means the process, whatever the process that are running, they will be hung. They will be in a hung state and your server won't run. Okay, if the request is one time, you can also say if some issue happens, immediately terminate the server. Okay, but in our case, we'll go with stop. That's it. And all you can do is just say launch an instance. Okay, another question, if Amazon deletes a spot instance, is it going to create a same spot or on demand? It is going to create only spots on the. Now, if you come here and if you look at this, you placed a request, right? Now, what really happened in the background? So let me show you that. If you go to the spot request, okay, if you go to the spot request, can you see this? Now it has not really created an instance. Amazon has placed a spot request and that request has fulfilled an instance. And what is that instance? This is the instance that it has fulfilled. Okay, you can also create 3 spot instances, 4 spot instances, 5 spot instances with a single request as well. That's the reason you also have an option called as cancel the request. Okay, whenever you don't want to need the server, whenever you don't need a server, all you need to do is you need to cancel the request. If you cancel the request, along with the request, the associated servers will also be destroyed. Now, when you created 10 servers with a single spot request, and out of 10, you just need 5, you can modify the capacity here, saying you can change the value from 10 to 5 or 10 to 15. If you say 10 to 15, you will get new servers. If 10 to 5, existing servers will be deleted. And that's the reason you come here. I'm going to terminate the instance. Okay. You will see it will be creating one more. Okay. A lot of people will come back to me saying that, hey, I destroyed the server. Still it is coming up. Looks like my account is hacked. No, I'll show you with an example. Okay. Let it come up. And in the meanwhile, okay, so what are the projects that we are going to cover? Because it's been almost 5 sessions that we offered free. So let me tell you one thing. Thanks for joining the last few sessions. From Monday, sessions are private. Okay, that means the meeting link would be different. Meeting link is going to change. Okay, and please confirm your enrollment. Right. So along with your email address. All right. And the meeting timings, session timings remains the same. They are going to be Monday to Friday all the time. Session timings. We already discussed this. Yes. So there are no changes on these timings. These are concrete. Okay. And they would be reminding this. All right. So this is one thing I would like to talk. So Okay. So from Monday, we are going to deal Linux and projects. Okay, 2-3 days we'll talk on Linux. If you don't know Linux, because a lot of people raise that they don't know Linux. Okay, from Monday, we will start on Linux and then projects. Okay, we are going to do 2 projects, and one of the project that we are going to do is a student project. Another project is an Instana, which is a real-time e-commerce based project from Amazon. Okay, this is a very, very big project, and the project that we are going to deal has almost 8 technologies in this. Okay, this is a project that demonstrates the purchase of a robots from e-commerce portal, and it has 10 servers, and almost all the top technologies are used in this project. And AngularJS, Node.js, Java, Python, Go, all of these technologies are used to develop the project. That means it is a real-time, most complex and most highly integrated project. And along with that, this project also uses 4 databases, and all of the 4 databases are exclusively used in the project. And this is my project architecture that says which is a front end, what are all the components that are involved, and how each and every component is connected, and what is the connectivity between them, and what is the purpose of these tools. Whenever you're attending any interview, whenever you say this is what it is, this is what it is, okay, when you start using this terminology, people really understand that you worked. And also by the end of this training, okay, at the end of the training, you're also going to contribute almost 20 for 30 plus repositories on the GitHub. Okay, so if someone wants to take my interview, all I do is I just share my GitHub profile with them, and they see what my skill set are, and they can see from last 2 years. If they say what I did in the last 1 year, they know that this guy is not just coming to office and doing what is needed. Along with that, he's also contributing a lot of things on GitHub. That is a very important thing. All right, clear? All right, this
So
is what
Manoj, database is you will also cover as a part of.
databases will learn like an engineer, not like
Mhm.
a admin. Okay, because we don't need to learn like an admin, because we are going to leverage the services on the top of cloud. So you really don't know how to set up cluster for the database, how to set up the replication. You don't have to do that. Cloud will take care of it. Okay, Samba? Okay, Samba?
Okay. Mhm. So you mean to say means we will learn how to use the databases, how to query the databases.
Yeah. I mean, we learn like a cloud and DevOps engineer, not like a
Mhm.
database admin, because
Okay.
our plan is to become a cloud and DevOps engineer, not a database
Hmm.
admin or engineer.
Hmm.
But if you know cloud database, that's an advantage. But what you have to do is something that's an instruction that should be given to you by your developer. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Anything else? Okay. And also, you might think if it is a very big project, I think how do I cope up all these things? Don't worry. We have written a very detailed steps about how to start, what to add, all these things sequentially 001. Okay, even in projects also you won't get this much detail. We made sure you are comfortable with what you're doing so that it becomes easy for you down the line. Okay, this much big project, trust me, you won't get anywhere. Such a big complex project that we are going to work on. All right.
Manoj,
Yeah.
uh,
Yes.
uh, I sent you the message yesterday night, so please
Yeah.
reply on that. Yeah.
Yeah, Monica, yesterday I got a lot of messages and I
Hmm.
didn't get a chance to respond. People who have
Hmm.
confirmed their enrollment, please, I request you to remessage me one more time. Enrollment completed or fees paid or something, message me one more time. That really helps me. You'll get an onboarding email. Thank you, Monica.
Yeah, so please reply on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
message
I'll
or
do that.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
message me one
Then
more time.
I'll do that my
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
enrollment.
yeah. Thank you. And again, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to teach you something interesting in the last 6 days. Today is the last session as a part of the free sessions. As I mentioned, from Monday, sessions are going to be private. Please confirm your enrollment. We will be sending you an onboarding email along with the meeting link. And that's it. That's for today. If you have any questions, you can stay on. If not, we are good.
So this note, whatever you're noting here, this will be remaining, like we can direct come here and we can
Yes.
read,
You
right?
come here, and if you see this, I shared you this GitHub link, right?
Mm-hmm.
Copy this link and use it. You should be able to see everything. It is public. I made it public for you. Okay.
Okay.
So everything is a single control plane. You get everything here in this page itself.
Okay.
All right.
And whatever project you were showing, that we will deploy on
Yeah.
the server.
I'll
Okay.
teach you first, and then you will deploy things of your own.
Okay.
Okay. So just like how in training I'm doing everything in front of you from the scratch. All
So
right.
that deployment will be like, obviously it will be not like manual, it will be by automation or
Yes,
something, right?
automation only. Yes, you'll see the most
Okay.
advanced way in this training.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. Any questions, anyone? Any questions, anyone? I think I wish that you like the content that was covered so far. I don't have previous database experience. Again, that is not expected, Sumit. You don't have to know everything, and if you know everything, training is not really needed, right? We'll teach you, don't worry. Okay, just come with a fresh, open mindset. I'll teach you whatever is needed.
And
Hi,
Manoj,
Rachit.
I am developer, so I don't have any knowledge of infra. So this is the first time, like, so for me, it's like everything you'll cover, right?
Yeah, see, whatever I spoke to in the last 1 week, does it make sense? Were you able to
Yeah.
understand most of it? That's it.
Yeah.
Every day is a new learning. I'm here to teach you. You're there to learn. That's it. If you maintain that mindset, yes, we can make it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely will help you. Rachit, you're asking something?
Yes, yes. Actually, I asked for mic options. So in private sessions, it will be enabled, right? I
Yeah.
think. Okay.
Even now, you want to talk, just raise your hand. I'll give you an option, because if 2 to 3 people per speak at a time, it doesn't sound good. But when sessions are confirmed, you'll get an option to talk whenever you want.
Yes, yes.
Right.
So I will pay on today end of the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we'll talk offline. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. I hope every one of you like the content that was covered. I really appreciate your time. And we're gonna meet tomorrow, and not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So tomorrow there is no session, and we are going to meet on Monday. That's it, and we're gonna meet on Monday. Sandeep Reddy, hi. Please go ahead.
Hi, Mana. Good morning. So I have a question so I had registered an account with AWS where I used a card, I mean debit card.
Create a new account.
Yeah, I understand. So by creating an account, can I use the same debit card? So will it be or duplicate something
I
else?
recommend you to use another account or a credit card at least. You get a simple credit card for anywhere, man. Just apply for a credit card.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because nowadays they activate your credit card in less than 1 day, man.
Sure. Got it. I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Ravi, hi.
Manoj, are we going to learn as an admin with this DevOps or what?
There is, first of all, DevOps is not an admin job. DevOps is an engineering job. Okay. In market, you see roles like DevOps support, DevOps admin, DevOps CI/CD.
Right,
We don't
right.
learn like that. We learn like an engineer. Okay. Technically, when DevOps was introduced, there are no concept like DevOps admin, DevOps support, DevOps Terraform engine. No, we learn everything. Okay.
Okay.
Whichever is needed, you can apply to the job, but we learn like an engineer. That's the agenda. All right.
I mean, jobs are available like admin or only for engineering only?
Don't think that way and start. And if you would like to think that way and start, my training is not much suitable for you. Okay. If you are someone who is ready to start in an engineering mindset, I can help you. But if you're thinking admin job, or running a job, stopping a job, or restart a server job, you don't need to learn everything. And if you learn that jobs, out of 100 jobs, you can only apply for 5 jobs or 8 jobs. And if any recession or anything comes up, those are the first jobs that will be fired.
Right.
Okay. So however you are dedicated, you are ready to invest a lot of time, learn in a right way. Okay.
Yeah. I just
Don't
sent a
even think.
message.
Yeah. Don't even think about it. Learn everything. I'll help you.
Okay.
All right.
So I just sent a message. You just
Yeah.
reply on that, and also you just send me the fee details.
I'll do that. Yeah. Thank you. All right. I'm quite upfront, okay, because I don't wanna just give you some fake answers just to impress you guys. Okay. I speak I speak the fact. All right. All right. That's it. I think I addressed most of your questions, and we're gonna meet tomorrow. We're gonna meet on Monday. Thank you. Signing off. And please confirm your enrollments, everyone.